Hello and welcome to another edition of Talkin' Tunes. I am your host, Frank Walsh, and ladies and gentlemen, as I had said before, I have been very blessed to have some fantastic guests on this show. But not to be outdone, today, this lady on my right is a performing legend around the Boston area and the New England area. She has guested with some of the greatest bands around. She has a fantastic personality that I think you're going to see today. And without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the great Shikiboo Boston. Shikiboo.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm well, and you?
Welcome to Talkin' Tunes.
Whew, I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
You are excited or scared? I tell you, I've had a lot of people in here, but I don't think there's been anyone more nervous than you. First time on television, huh?
Yeah, and yes. So.
Well, hopefully you can just forget that you're on camera and have the same kind of chit-chat and conversation that we've had before the show. So I am sure these folks at home are dying to know about Shikiboo Boston. So why don't you take a couple of seconds and look into that camera right over there and tell them about who you are.
Hey, world. I'm Shikiboo Boston, and I'm born and raised in your hometown, Roxbury.
We were born and raised in the hood together.
In the hood.
In the hood.
I've been through a lot, seen a lot of things, and singing has basically been like my salvation. It's just something I was doing since out of the womb. I don't know if you can see it on television, but I have a little V on my throat, and it's a birthmark, and I was the voice before they had the show, The Voice. So, yeah. And I've been, singing for the longest, and I somehow discovered live music about 4 years ago, when I was with a friend of mine, Brad. He was performing and pulled me on stage one time. This is live, and there was no words or anything like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. So.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah.
Now, since you were, singing since you have been singing for such a long time, how did you develop your style? How did that come about? And, did you have any favorite performers back when you were learning how to sing? And did your style evolve from some of these people whom you listened to when you were young?
Yes, I listened to everything, rock, hip-hop, R&B, blues. I love Aretha Franklin, so I hope I have some of her influences. But as far as style, I just sing. What's in my heart. Mm-hmm. I'm learning, interestingly enough, I've been doing, lots of karaoke because I was in a car accident and actually forgot a lot of things, and I started singing karaoke a lot too. So all those influences, from Journey to, Axl Rose, Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses, everybody, everything.
Very cool, very cool. It's interesting that you say, some of the, the rock and roll or even some of those heavier groups. You're one of the first people who have been on who have kind of identified with that. A lot of people would stick either into the soul genre, soul, R&B, they migrate into the blues. But I haven't talked with too many people who have really covered the broad spectrum. So you're as comfortable with, Bon Jovi and AC/DC as you are with Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell and all of those people.
Yeah, I get that. I was with a person, Ari. He knows me. Hi, Ari. But anyways, he was like, I've never met anyone that does a broad spectrum of songs. Uh-huh. I don't like to be boxed in. I like to just sing what's in my heart, and it can be anybody, mm-hmm. Gary Wright to Betty Wright,
Gary White and the Dreamweaver.
Yes.
And I remember Gary very well. I actually had the pleasure of being at a cocktail party one time with Gary Wright's guitarist, Peter White. And he's the great background guitarist and everything with him. But Gary Wright. Say that 10 times fast. Really, really cool. So you really cover the spectrum.
I do.
Now, I know that, time is going to be fleeting here, and you've picked out a couple of songs to sing to us today. Talk a little bit about the first song that you're going to sing.
Ooh, Albert King. I'll play the blues for you. You know, I recently discovered blues, and I was sitting on my friend's couch, and he just turned on this song, and it had this funky groove. I was like, what is this? I love it. I want to sing it. And it started playing, and it's called I'll Play the Blues for You.
Well, cool.
It's funky. I think that beat is timeless, and you know, I do have my take, so.
Well, in a second, if our esteemed director, who is making us look pretty today, Roxanne Morse, has that ready, you can take your little microphone here.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, actually, it's a nice little intro, so I'll shoot.
Okay, so you want to play the intro
Yeah,
first, and then we can just kind of groove a little bit?
Groove. Yeah, let's do that.
Get a little bit of the hood moves going here?
I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like how I first heard it. There it goes, that beat. I was like, what?
That is Albert King
feeling
riff, that's
that.
for sure.
It is timeless, and I think it's been sampled by a lot of people. I believe Nas, too. A lot of hip-hop, you know.
It's got a little bit of that B.B. King twang to it.
Yeah, one of the three kings, right?
That's right. The Thriller's gone.
I sing that too. Yeah, so it's that funky guitar intro. Let's see if I'm on time.
Now, you're used to playing in front of a band, you know. This is a little new to you playing
Yeah, this
other
is
than your karaoke days. Huh?
Yeah, this is something. So this is something else. But I can feel this.
Feel it, baby, feel it.
Okay, if you insist. When you're down and out and you feel real worried, come on over to the place where I work, and all your loneliness I'll try to soothe. I'll play the blues for you. Don't be afraid, Lord. Come on in. You might run across, yeah, some of your old friends, and all your loneliness I'll try to soothe. I will play the blues. I'll play the blues for you. So that's that little snippet right there that I be feeling.
I can see you up on stage in front of hundreds of people, shaking and baking to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's that vibe, it's that fun vibe that I like.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Now, I know that music is a very big part of your life, but I bet there's a lot more to Shikiboo, and there are probably some things that you might want to share with the folks at home. So talk about something outside of music.
Ooh, well, I'm a mom. People don't believe it, but yes, I'm a mom. I love my daughter, and I definitely do everything. I always tell everybody that tuition is my mission.
Okay.
So I do that for her, but for me, you know, I know you talked about all the influences and stuff like that. For me personally, it's like I do this not even, you know, not to rub elbows with anybody, not to be famous or anything, but to really, it's kind of like putting myself out there and accepting myself. So this is like a journey of self-acceptance, you know. Shikiboo Boston, you know, me growing up, I had all kinds of insecurities, and I always said that if I ever had a chance to be on video and talk about things, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome is something that has afflicted me since I was a girl, young, very young, And what it is it's a hormonal issue that wreaks havoc on my whole body. I was telling you
Right.
that it feels like I'm in eternal puberty. There's it's when you have cysts on your ovaries and your hormones just go really crazy. And, I have acne, losing weight is a problem. It's hard. So I used to feel sorry about myself. I even had a car accident. I lost my memory. And I'm like, I could think of a million reasons to feel sorry for myself, right? Or I could, try to accept myself. So being, a musician, singing and stuff like that, it has allowed me to be out in front of people and sing it and just do it. Even though, like, I wake up like, damn, really? I'm just out there. So it's a journey of self-acceptance for me. It's bigger than music right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that, that's beautifully said. And I don't know you that well, but had I not known what you just told me, I don't think any of that is conveyed through the personality that I see and through your music. So whatever challenges that you have and that you have been dealing with, it appears as though you've certainly been doing them well and have them in control, because it was very evident that the passion you just showed saying that story, was very heartwarming. Now, is there a cause for this? Is there any way that people can look into this? And why don't you say again what that is, so people might want to check it out?
Okay, yes. So it's called polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. And if you forget the acronym, it's Pepsi Cola Orange Soda. Look it up, PCOS.org. And yeah, they'll tell you about all the things, all the changes it can make a person go through. And right now there is no cure, but there's treatment for every issue that it can do. I mean, high blood pressure, diabetes, all kinds of crazy stuff happens when your hormones run amok. So check it out. And then I go out and I sing everywhere, and it's to like I said, for me, to learn how to accept myself. But I also like to and it helps me meet people. I'm like so super shy, so I tell everybody I'm not an extrovert. I play one on stage, so I get to go out and I sing and try to bring some happiness to people's lives. And it's like I said, it's very beneficial, not only for me, but I've heard so many people say that I've made an impact on them too. So, but if you go to my website too, it's shikiboo.com. That's www.shikiboo.com. You can donate too. I have a donate button up there to help support, like all of the things that I'm doing for to raise awareness for PCOS and, traveling and playing out and gigging and stuff. So that would be great.
Well, very nicely said, and I can say, as hopefully being one of them and one of those people whom you have brought into your life, I'm sure the ones that you have are glad to be there.
Yeah, I absolutely love each and everybody that I've met. There's so many people that I've met in this whole journey. I'm actually, I'm actually chronicling it in a book. So there's so many people that I've met during the jams, from, Worcester, as I tell you, Dale, Tina, everybody, they are huge supporters. I love Greendale's in Worcester, and I've played with different folks featuring like all over New England.
Well, you've got some great names. I know we were talking before the show, and you're going to be playing with the great Willie J. Laws. You're going to be checking Willie out tonight.
Ladies!
And folks, Willie's a local boy, and I'm going to try to get him on the show in the next couple of weeks. But you really have been around, and you really have played with some great musicians. And again, that website is
www.shikiboo.com.
Now, I know you're in the process of writing a book, but people can go out there, and how can they hear your music? On your website and some videos and YouTube?
Yeah, as part of I told you I stumbled upon this, right?
Yep,
so you're going to find all kinds of videos out there because, I decided not to be afraid, just do it, just live, just live and do it. So every time I'd be learning on different stages, and people would whip out their camera and they would record. So you'll see a lot of stuff out there. But if you do go to my website, there's links to all kinds of videos and things of that nature. So it's definitely out there. Definitely out there.
Well, I'm happy to say and pleased to say that you're going to get a lot of exposure from this show. We publicize it, and the following that we have, and the people who have seen our stuff. So
I heard.
you are going to get the exposure out there, I guarantee you.
Wow.
So time is running short, as you can see, so I think it's time for you to pick up this microphone and talk just a little bit about that next song that you're going to sing.
This woman right here, I think Betty Wright is a woman after my own heart. Like, I love her. I love her attitude. I love her spunkiness. And this is called The Cleanup Woman. I started singing this song. It was like one of the first songs that I sang, and it's most requested, and I can't get away. I got a bad rap. Everybody thinks I'm the cleanup woman, but hey.
Well, go clean it up, down.
Hey.
Said the cleanup woman is a woman who gets all the love we girls leave behind. The reason I know so much about her is because she picked up a man of mine. Jumping slick was my ruin, but I found out that all I was doing was making it easy for the cleanup woman to get my man's love. Oh yes, that's what I did, just made it easy for the cleanup woman to steal my baby's love. Look, you said you didn't want him, you said you didn't need him, so you put him in the street, and Shiki had to greet him. I played with him once, I played with him twice, I think I want to play for the rest of my life. I took this man's love and put it on a shelf, and like a fool I thought I had him all to myself. When he needed love, I was out having fun, but I found out that all I had done was make it easy for the cleanup woman to get my man's love. Oh yes, that's what I did, just made it easy for the cleanup woman to steal my baby's love. The cleanup woman, she'll wipe his blues away. She'll give him plenty of loving 24 hours a day. The cleanup woman, she'll sweep him off his feet. She's the one who take him in when you dump him in the street. So take a tip, you better get hip to the cleanup woman, 'cause she's tough. I mean, she really cleans up.
Wow.
She really does.
Nicely done. You certainly cleaned up on that song. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah.
I could hear Betty Wright in that. I could hear a little bit of Aretha in that. Not too shabby there.
No, I thank you.
Not too shabby. So what do you have coming up? Do you have any gigs coming up? And why don't you talk a little bit about some of the local places where you play, so the folks at home can go out and see you. So where do you play the most, and where can they see you coming up?
Well, I have a gig this Saturday. It's at Franco's in Waltham. I'm not sure when this video is gonna come out, but it is on Moody Street.
Okay.
And it's called Franco's Pizzeria and Pub. So
Okay.
that's
So
one place.
rather than just naming, saying the dates, why don't you just name some of the places, because this gets aired over and over and over, and we don't want to confuse people with a date. So just name some of the places where you play. We'll edit that out. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we'll take it back. Say that again, please. So yeah.
So where do you play?
Oh yeah, I've played at Back Page. I've been at the Next Page.
Next page. You play Pete's. I know that.
Pete's
Before
Bar
you
and
forget
Grill.
Pete's.
Yes, cannot forget Satch. I'm pretty much everywhere. I hang with my friends in Waltham, Jocko's,
Yep.
with Session 450, Greendale's in Worcester, Mass. There's so many. There's so many places that I get to jam at, and I'm very grateful for all of that.
And you keep your Facebook page and your website up to date for that?
Exactly. So yeah, you can catch me on Facebook and Reverb Nation too. I'm really tight with the dates on Reverb Nation. So it's on reverbnation.com/Shikiboo.
Cool.
So yeah.
Cool. Now, we know that you have one more song to sing, and we probably won't be able to get through the entire thing.
Okay.
But it is obviously one of my favorites, and I had the pleasure of hearing you perform this song. So what are you going to be singing for us next?
Oh man, this song is called Hallelujah. Jeff Buckley and Cohen wrote it, right?
Leonard Cohen wrote it, and Jeff Buckley is the favorite
Yep,
version. You can leave that on. So, ladies and gentlemen, Shikiboo.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 maybe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. It's not a cry that you hear at night, it's not someone who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh,
Wow. I tell you, Miss Shikiboo, that is my all-time favorite song, and you did it proud. I think Leonard Cohen, who wrote it, and Jeff Buckley, who does my favorite performance of it, would tip their hat to that one.
Oh, thank you.
Beautifully done. But as you can see, time is rapidly running down. Is there anybody at home whom you would like to say hello to, or talk about, or give a little kudo to before we wrap it up?
Shout out to my family, straight up. Hi, family, mom, dad, daughter, everybody. That's it.
That was
Okay.
easy.
Yeah, that was easy.
That was easy.
All my family.
Now you
All
feel.
my family
Are
friends.
you feeling less stressful and less shaky than because we could change your name to Shikiboo.
Shikiboo, I
instead of
love
Shikiboo.
it. Yeah.
But anyway, Shikiboo, I want to thank you so much for coming on. I really enjoyed it. You're a terrific person, a fantastic performer, and folks at home, please go out and check her out live. You'll be in for a treat. So thank you so much,
Thank
Shikiboo.
you.
And also I want to thank the staff here at Stoughton Media Access TV, Michael Hammond, the station manager, Roxanne Morris, our director, Dave Young, who provided some camera and technical assistance today. So for Shikiboo Boston, the staff here at SMAC, I am your host, Frank Walsh. Tune in and tune on.
That was good.